Time now for the morning rush. APD could soon start ticketing gun sellers who are not following the state's newest law. Now, a new law requires background checks for all gun sales in New Mexico, including private and person-to-person sales. APD says that it called 50 people on Monday to arrange gun sales and see if the seller obeyed the new law. They say 14 people needed warnings. State police officers are making sure that drivers are safe on interstates in Albuquerque. APD reached out to state police to ask for more help along I-25 and I-40 during the morning and evening rush hours. Now, typically, there are only 2 state police officers on patrol, but for the next 30 days, there will be 12. State police and APD will meet in 30 days to reassess the situation. Erica.
And today is going to be a fairly quiet day with just some windy conditions on the east side of the state, but things start changing up tomorrow. That's when this next backdoor cold front's going to start moving in and dropping off the temperatures for us. And by Thursday, we're watching our next messy day.
An Albuquerque man could soon be charged after police find items in his home linked to a carjacking. Back in November, surveillance video caught a masked man approaching a 17-year-old leaving for school. Now, on video, the suspect points a gun at the student, then takes off with his car. Police believe that man is Miguel Chavez. Police say that Chavez is a convicted felon on probation. A Colorado man is sitting in jail this morning in New Mexico, and is suspected of trying to kidnap an Uber driver. Police say that Adam Salas pulled a gun and threatened the driver on Saturday in Grand Junction, Colorado. The driver jumped from the car. The officers say Salas used the vehicle to get away and was arrested on Sunday in Carlsbad. The Espanola School superintendent is stepping down. The Journal reports that Bobby Gutierrez's contract expires in June. Now, Gutierrez served 2 stints as superintendent. The Espanola School District rehired her in 2017. Now, the school board will host a meeting on Thursday to discuss finding a new superintendent. More firings for Amazon this morning, this time for several workers accused of leaking customer information. The company says the employees leaked email addresses and phone numbers to a third-party company. It's the second time in a week. Now, Amazon has not said why the information was given to a third party, but says it's working with law enforcement. Erica.
And the Metro Threat Index is very low at a 1 for today. Temperatures are cool this morning, but we're going to be nice and mild by the afternoon with lighter winds than yesterday.
Tonight, 6 candidates vying for the Democratic presidential nomination will appear at the debate in Iowa. Now, they include former VP Joe Biden, Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Tom Steyer, and Amy Klobuchar. Now, eyes could be on the exchange between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Celebrations are still going strong in Louisiana after the LSU Tigers claimed victory in the College Football National Championship. Last night, the defending champion Clemson Tigers took on the LSU Tigers. Clemson led 17-7 at the top of the second quarter, but LSU stole the lead, keeping the momentum for a victory of 42-25. A New Mexico man is bringing the rough history of Las Vegas, New Mexico to life in a new audiobook. Jim Turr has created the book called Wildest of the Wild West, and it takes readers and now listeners to the outlaw and gunslinger history of Las Vegas. Now, the audiobook is available online and even in some select retail shops. New at 6, Microsoft is ending free security updates for Windows 7. Now, that means users and companies still using the 11-year-old software need to upgrade to Windows 10 or buy a 3-year extended security update. Some older computers still using Windows 7 may not be compatible with newer software. Microsoft will continue giving free security updates to Windows 8 until 2023. Explora Children's Museum is kicking off its 2020 Adult Night series by lighting up the night. Friday night, people 18 and older can attend an event featuring the science behind things that glow. Now, visitors can learn about bioluminescence as well as the animals of the deep. Guests will also get to solve a mystery with glow-in-the-dark clues. People on social media are sharing their thoughts on Christmas lights staying up way past the holidays. Frank Valdez lives on the west side near Paseo del Norte and golf course. He says a lot of his neighbors have yet to put their decorations away. Now, Valdez took to the social media site Nextdoor to see how other people feel about it. One neighbor we spoke with said he's even seen lights up as late as July. Right now, there's a push from Albuquerque Public Libraries to give every local third grader a library card. The city-county library system has issued more than 3,000 cards in the last year. Organizers say they chose third graders because they are switching over from a, quote, learning to read mindset to reading to learn. The program is on track to issue its 10,000th card in 2021. Erica.
Get a look at that morning drive. No accidents causing any problems, but there is a major slowdown on I-25 near Rio Bravo, which is where there is some construction going on. And here's a look at Tracker heading east on Central, headed downtown. Plenty of cars out there on the road, so make sure you give yourself some time.
Today is National Dress Your Pet Day. The day was founded back in 2009 by celebrity pet lifestyle expert and animal behaviorist Colleen Page. This was a way to bond with pets. But remember not to make your furry friend miserable. If they hate dressing up, Page says, don't force them. And just like people, pets want to be comfortable, so avoid clothes that can restrict movement or become a choking hazard.